I am having a walk this morning in my one of my favorite parks where I live, and I was listening to music because I just need a little upliftment and energy today. And it is reminding me of one of the most creative and fun stories of connection with my dad to really let me know how this all works and the creative power of those in spirit to get your attention when they really want to. And so I'm going to share that story with you. I awoke one morning, much like today, with, snow on the ground, but starting to melt, kind of the end of winter. And I just heard when I woke up these words, up, up, and away, but I didn't know what it was about. And so I sort of dismissed it and already forgot about it as I started getting ready. And as I was driving later, I felt my dad's presence and I asked, "What are you doing, Dad?" And he said, "Listening to jazz." And I said, "Who?" And he said, "Sammy Davis Jr." And I sort of then, just in that moment, remembered that that in that morning when I woke up, I had heard "up, up, and away," the words. And I just had this knowing I should Google "up, up, and away," Sammy Davis Jr. So I did and learned that "Up, Up, and Away" is a song. And what I love even more is that it's actually originally by a group called The Fifth Dimension. Isn't that kind of funny? I'm going to play just 2 lines of this song for you now because it's really important to the story.
Would you like to ride in my beautiful balloon? Would you like to glide in my beautiful balloon? We could float among the stars together, you and I. Oh, we can fly.
So, would you like to float with me in my beautiful balloon? We can float among the stars together, you and I. Keep that in mind. So, my dad had this thing where he was always giving me songs in unique ways throughout really the first year after his passing. He still does, but more sporadically. And so I'd add them to this playlist. Before he died, I actually wrote my dad an email and said, "Dad, if I could add 10 songs to a playlist that would remind me of you, what would they be?" And he gave me 10 songs. I love that after his death, he continued the playlist. It's really a beautiful thing, and you just have to let that love in. So here I was, this is where we get to the real fun part. Here I was at this park, going on a run. I'm running down this path, listening to the music, and that song is on. And all of a sudden, I just have this knowing. I didn't hear a voice. It's just a knowing in my body. Stop. So I stopped. And I just kind of felt, why am I stopping? And I had this knowing, turn around, as in like run back the other way. So at this point in my life, I was just following these knowings and feelings and nudges because they would often lead to astounding beauty. And so I did. I turned around and I just started running in the opposite direction, the direction of which I had just come. So I'm running, this song is on, and I feel again, stop. So I stop. And I actually stopped right where I am now. And I'm looking up and I'm looking around and I'm going, why am I needing to stop? And then I look down and right on the ground in front of me is a whole, I'm standing on it. Here's a picture. A whole pile of balloon and stars confetti while I'm listening to the song. Up, up, and away in my beautiful balloon. We can float among the stars together. I can't sing, sorry. You and I. Isn't that beautiful? I immediately just started laughing. I was filled with joy. And I knew I was being guided to this spot And I want to explain to you how something so creative like this works. It's not that my dad in spirit somehow physically sprinkled balloons and stars confetti here. It's that this is a place in the woods that I walk. It's probably something that, because those in spirit do have a way of like really seeing us, knowing what, with, not with eyes, but they see. I've asked, they see. And so this was something that he probably saw as I was running, but I ran past it because I didn't see it. It was in the snow. And so he gave me that nudge, that knowing, stop, turn around, run the other way. And then as I did, that knowing and nudge again of stop, so that I would stop in just the right spot, standing atop of a pile of balloon and stars confetti while listening to Up, Up and Away, my beautiful balloon will float among the stars together. Just touches the heart so much. It's the power of the creativity of spirit, the connection we all have, and the manner in which they'll use your feelings, your knowings, your presence, your groundedness, your body to guide you to where you need to go. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this awakening story.